Hello and welcome YouTubers. Today I'm going to show you how to change a radiator valve, one of these old type we've got here. You can see him there. One of these old type for a new thermostatic type which I've just bought in the box here. This is one of those things to save energy, and it's what the world's all about today, saving money. So that's what we're going to try and do. I'm going to show you how to do this rad valve, change it over and fit a nice new economy one. These are the best thing these days, save you a lot of money. You can set each room individually and obviously very cost effective. Okay, show you how to do this one. First things first, of course, is to turn your system off. If you've got a combi, turn the main off. If you've got a normal domestic hot water cylinder system, again, if you want to do it the easy way, just shut your water down and drain the system. Now the drain valve will be probably on a radiator or on a pipe work on the lowest part of the system of your house. Okay, just stick the hose on it, drain it all out the front, and when it's empty you should be about ready. Now before you start this drain valve, if you open the air valve on the other end of the radiator, I mean, you should do this as it's draining down anyway, but if you open that up, you'll hear air rushing in, which means that the rad is emptying out, and you should, once it's all out, be ready to deck the valve. Now I always have a bucket, well a bowl in this case, and some little saucepans, because there's always going to be a bit of dead water under this when you remove it, and always keep it well covered because it's very black and mucky when it comes out. So first thing to do is we'll loosen these nuts off and see if all our water's out. Okay, so I'll just put the camera down and I'll loosen them off. Okay, we've loosened the valve off now. As we can see, we can undo him now, and we'll see if there's any water does come out of this valve now. And as you can see, there is some water there. So now you've got to wait really until this water stops running. It's a bit repetitive, but if you have a couple of bowls waiting, like I always do for this, and just keep them running until it's emptied. Don't try and rush it, otherwise if you try and undo that too quickly and put it away, there'd be too much water for you to deal with. So while we wait for this to run out, I'll clip the video onto the next stage of it being empty. Oh yeah, I forgot another little tip actually, people, when you're doing this job. I'm still leaving it running here. See how it's been 10 minutes now, shouldn't be long. Another little tip when you're draining is just open the bleed valve on the rad that you're working on. A lot of people say to open all the bleed valves to let it all go down, but if you're just changing one valve, just do the rad valve, open just that air cock and none of the others, and there's a good chance when you fill the system back up that the others may well hold up, which means you won't have so much filling to do. This won't occur naturally if you're in a house, and obviously if you're working on a rad downstairs, because they do tend to drop, but not all cases. So some cases you will actually save a lot of time by not opening the valves on any of the others. If you hear a gushing noise and a gurgling, then obviously that means air is managing to get in, so you will have to open them. But in a lot of cases, just try that valve on the rad you're working on, and just see if it holds up, and it will save you a lot of time later on. Just a little tip while we're waiting for this to finish. Hopefully we're getting there now. Right then, well, okay guys, we're down enough now to take this rad valve off, and I've loosened the top nut off. I've also loosened the bottom one with a spanner. There's still a little drop of water coming out of there, but as long as you've got something under there, you can go for it. Once it's off of there, you can see she's coming quite loose. Undo the bottom one, and she should come away fairly easily. Okay, so once we've got that there, take it right off. You can turn it around. You see there's a little bit of water there still running out, but not too much, not too bad. We can literally take this off now and go for it. There's a little bit spurting out the top there which is trying to equalise, but don't worry about it, because we can fit our new valve straight on there, and that will stop that pressure coming up there then. So if there's too much, you can always just place the body on like so, and let it come round out of the bowl like that. So if there's still a bit too much there, just do that and let it run out. I think in hindsight there's a little bit too much there yet, so I'll let that carry on running for a little bit more before I take it off completely. So we'll just do that. Okay, so we've pulled our radiator valve off, and I'm going to now show you how to take that towel out the end there. You're going to need one of these special sockets like this. It's a plumber's wrench, and it literally goes in there like so, with that end, and then you can turn this out, and it needs a bit of a wrench on it first of all, so we'll get a spanner. I'll put this down a second. You can see get my spanner on there like so, and turn him like so. Once we get this out, it'll be okay. If you can see that there, she's coming out. Let's put it down while we get it right out. Okay, there it is out. So now we're going to put our new one in. Okay, well, we've made up already, and this one screws in like so, and then you get your spanner on the end there and just do her up. I've got to be a bit quickish with this one because we're still getting a little tad of water out of that pipe there. I don't know if you can see it, but that does seem to have equalised now. It's not quite so bad. So do your towel up first of all, in the radiator, and I'll show you what to do next. I'll just tighten it right up and we'll come back in a minute. Okay then, once you have your towel in the radiator, slide on your nut and your olive like so, and the same with your nut and olive on the bottom pipe. Still getting a little bit of water there, but it is quite normal for this to happen. Get your Boss White and get round your pipe. Okay, it's a bit runny on there because I've got a bit of water on there, but no worries, we'll do it as quick as we can and then we won't get too much water on the job. And then we just literally insert our valve on and put him round into place. Now this is the most awkward bit because you've got to get both ends on like so. Did you see that? I don't know if I've got the camera right for you to see that, but yeah, there we are on. So just now do your nuts up. Okay, bottom one and your top one. And when you do these up, you know, just make sure the valve is fully on the pipe work and on the union there when you do it up. So I'm going to put the camera down. I don't know if you'll be able to see from down there. Looks like you can. And I'll just show you the spanner on the top one. Holding the body with your left hand, push it right on, make sure it's right on the fitting. Okay, this is how I always do them. And you do your bottom nut up down there like so. Okay, that one right up. That one I took loose as well because I wanted to make the pipe a bit more flexible. So I'll make sure I do that bottom nut up, which is that olive down there. So I did undo that just to loosen the pipe a bit. Okay, we'll just do them both right up, nice and tight. Okay, good and firm. A nice spanner, and then nip that right up on there, and the valve body is on. Okay, there's got a little cap on here. Okay, take that off. You still see it from there? Yep, you can on that angle. Okay, that leaves our body just to go on now, and this is it here. I generally like to line this up with number 5 at the highest setting. So if 5 is on full, then you'd lock your nut down like so. You can see that going down. So that shows me when it's on full, and that shows me when it's right off to 0. So that's my preferred setting. So when you've done that, they do say to do this up gently with a bit of cloth. So I generally use a pair of these, just a pair of that, just to give that a little nip there without marking it, like so. And then your body's on. And now all you've got to do is turn your drain off valve back off, shut all your air cocks off. Don't forget to shut that air cock off on the end of the radiator, and any other air cocks that you've turned off on this job, make sure that you've turned them all off in the opposition. Turn your mains water back on and start bleeding all your radiators. Take particular care about the joints you've just done. Make sure they're okay, fill it up, run the heat in, let it get hot, and make sure you've got no leaks, and the job's a good one. That's one thermostatic valve fitted instead of a crappy old hand job that was on there that was years old. Okay, thanks for watching. Plenty more tips, Derrickton33. If you're happy with that video and any more of mine, well, feel free to subscribe. So thanks very much for watching.